We got Devil May Cry with The Weeknd.
I love The Hunger Games.
Oh my gosh. God.
So good.
We need to read the book next.
You read the book or no? Any of them?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I didn't mind. But yeah, she did a really good job playing that character too.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, let's get it.
Yo, I love how I thought these headphones were broken, but it transfers from the left side to the right side.
I love the strings on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I love this song. I love the lyrics. Learn to love what burns. Yo, I just love the relationship that people have with pain. Especially when you watch especially I spend a lot of time studying people that are really successful. So when you see their process behind their success, they all have the same mindset in terms of chasing chasing fear and going through high levels of frustration. Even when you think about working out, day in and day out, you just go through that level of pain and frustration to progress. And I think anything, even if you go through school, it's the same concept. Anything that requires skill acquisition or anything that you want to master, it's just a ridiculous amount of time just going through obstacles and courses and relentless practice to get better at something. It could be so frustrating. And I think that, I don't even know if that relates to what he's saying.
No, it definitely relates, because it's about it's paying attention to results versus feelings.
Yeah. Because I also think about I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking about the movie also as he's singing this. And she was put in a situation where she obviously didn't want to be in the situation, but she acted as a surrogate for, I think it was her sister, if I remember right. Her sister got drafted to go to the Hunger Games.
Yes.
So she went in, and although she didn't want to do it, she knows she had to win. And to grow and transform herself, she progressed as a warrior from a villager, and watching that transformation and that development through the 3 movies, I thought was crazy.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it, because I don't even remember the beginning, but I do remember her having to leave her family, and then I just remembered a guy named PETA.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite character development in movies.
Yeah.
The first way that come to my mind is the development from the kid from Maze Runner.
Okay.
And then I haven't watched all the Harry Potter movies, but I thought the character development for Harry Potter was dope. And then her, I think, was my favorite of the 3. Because to go from it's that rags to riches story. She went from villager to this top elite warrior that won, and then had to go back in again and then do it all again. It's just fire. And then she signifies that phoenix, that rebel. So I don't want to go too deep into this, but
may cry at the end of the night.
Even though this song is a soundtrack for the Hunger Games, like without that context, it sounds like he's talking about his fans, the faces in the crowd. They'll smile again. And then the devil may cry at night. And it makes me think about like his relationship with the industry and how he's not fulfilling what, the devil, which I guess signifies like the industry, people who tried to control his image and stuff like that. And how he's kind of keeping his originality, I think, is what I think.
And the devil may cry, the devil may cry at the end of the night. Shine through the rain, and heaven will hear them call your name, and home will feel like home again. Oh yeah. Corruption will feel your rain. This isn't
Yo, I love this song. Like, even the aspect of like how he said the clouds are gonna open up, like the heavens are gonna open up, and then how the corruption is gonna like feel your rain, and then
I
like
think you said fill your
Is
fill
this
your
a-
brain.
feel your brain,
Yeah.
or is that feel your pain or feel your rain?
Fill your brain, I think
You
is
sure it's
what
feel
he's...
your brain?
I could be off, but that's what I heard.
But it makes me think of like the cliche archetypes of like good and evil,
Uh-huh.
right? Regardless if you said brain, rain, or pain, it's like the archetype of like good and evil. It's why like what's often used is like heaven or hell. They're the two polar opposites. So, and then it makes me think of like how he said the clouds are going to open up, and then like even to think about like a devil may cry, like, you know what I mean? So I think about this strong evil character, and then I can't help but to think of like the Hunger Games, right? Because it's like truly evil to have like these people fight
Right.
for your amusement,
Right.
right? And they're people literally dying. So it's like the ultimate evil versus like the ultimate innocent girl, which comes out to be like she has to make the choice of being, I wouldn't say evil, but being somewhat strong in a way where like she has to make very difficult choices. She's still good like as a character, but she has to make choices to like move forward. Like essentially kind of being evil for the sake of the greater good, I guess I
Yeah.
would say. Just an interesting song.
Yeah, that line about like the light will shine through the rain. It's like the song alone is very inspirational. Like it actually made me think of a lot of other movies too. Like there's this one moment, it sounded very, very Asian with like its instruments. I don't know what instruments were used. And then I automatically thought about Mulan as well. So like it's a great song for any situation where like the main character, like the protagonist, has to overcome like probably like one of the most frightening situations. It's like life or death.
Yeah. And then that character like develops and overcomes that obstacle in a way where like that great evil like just didn't like see coming. Like in her case, she ends up being this character that represents that strong rebellious character that goes against this great empire. Similarly to like Mulan.
Yeah, and
right,
it's
this girl that overcomes this fucking massive empire, right?
From this little village. And it's a reminder that like that is, she resembles, and the main characters resemble all of us, like just no background into anything, and just, you know, when someone's, you know, faced with like this adversity of like having to step up, like we always do, you know.
I mean, it's my favorite archetype because it automatically like one of the first stories you ever hear is like David and Goliath. In Greek mythology, you have like Hercules, this essentially this half human going against these titans and these gods. Like there's no reason why he should be able to win, but he does.
Yeah.
Like he fights these
Pikachu.
All right, let's get back to this.
Faces in the crowd will smile again, and the devil may cry, the devil may cry at the end of the night. The faces in the crowd, the faces in the crowd will smile again, and the devil may cry, the devil may cry at the end of the night.
Such a perfect song. Like for the movie, like especially like it fits the context of that movie perfectly. Like
Yeah.
when he was saying that part about like all the faces in the crowd are gonna be like happy again or smiling again, and then the devil may cry, like essentially saying that like the people doing all this shit that's forcing people into these Hunger Games are gonna get what's theirs at some point. Like that ultimate justice at the end. That's why we love these happy endings, because in these happy endings the evil people usually get what they deserve. Unfortunately, life's not always like that, but you know, it's what we would like to happen. Like people essentially get what, you know, they deserve.
Yeah. I mean, this song, so fucking perfect. And aside from its connection with the movie, and I sometimes try to put myself in the position where like this is my first time listening, and it sounds very personal, like for The Weeknd. Like he talks about like the devil may cry, and for me it sounds like you hear the guy shoveling.
He's doing his job out there.
It's mad snow. The devil may cry. I think for him, it's his demons, you know. Eventually his demons are going to, you know, die, right?
Yeah.
And then it just sounded very personal, like the song. Like even the part where he says like be patient.
You're about to take this guy's shovel from him.
Yeah. I don't know.